Hi, I'm Jennifer Chenoweth, and today I'm going to show you how you can check your LinkedIn settings to make sure that what you want showing on LinkedIn is available to most people. Where I find this commonly happens is that someone has a photo loaded to their LinkedIn profile, and someone says, "Oh, do you know that I'm not able to see your photo on your LinkedIn?" And oftentimes that's a settings issue. So we are going to update that. So the first thing we're going to go to is this little me in the top right corner, and we're going to go to view profile so that you go to your own LinkedIn profile. Then on the right side where you see this public profile and URL, we are going to select the pencil button in the top right corner. From there, there's a couple of things you can do with your settings. The first thing that you can do is edit your custom URL, which means your LinkedIn URL you can customize. Most people choose their first name and last name. If your last name is a common one, you may have to add some things to it. I find first name dash last name dash first name underscore last name. Try those kinds of things if you're having trouble with that. But step one, customize your URL. Step two is turn on your profile's public visibility. What's really important about this today is that your profile's public visibility essentially allows AI platforms to locate information from your profile to inform their story about you. So if you're wanting to be seen, if you're wanting to be visible, selecting this toggle to on is the right thing to do. Underneath here, we get to profile photo. And this is where many people may have their profile set up to only first degree connections, only your network, all LinkedIn members, or public. Generally speaking, I set mine to public. I just assume that everything I include on LinkedIn is generally available to most people. And so I'd select public, or you can also select all LinkedIn members. You can decide which one your preference is. And then scrolling down on this page, I also turn on all the profile sections to allow, meaning I sort of adopt the philosophy of anything that I put on LinkedIn is generally for consumption of just about anyone that I would care about. And so all of my profile sections are set to allow. This ensures that when people arrive on my profile, they are seeing what I think that they should see about me on LinkedIn. Sometimes I do find that people say, "Oh, I can't see my profile," or "You might not be able to see this section on my profile." And it typically comes down to this section on settings. The other question that I get often that's in a different place is about viewing other people's connections. So you can decide if you want your connections viewable by anyone on LinkedIn, or if you want your connections a little bit more private, meaning no one can view who all of your connections are on LinkedIn. Totally decide this based on your own personal preference, but how do you know what your settings are right now? Well, we're going to go back to, we can close out of that edit your public profile. You don't have to select save there. Whatever you adjusted should be live. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the URL to get updated, so be patient with that update and it will come through. If you go to me and then settings and privacy, we are going to go to visibility. So on the left side, we're going to select visibility. And where we're going to go to is under visibility of your profile and network. We are going to select connection visibility, which is like the fifth one down. And you can decide who can see your connections. So if you want people to see all of your connections, you can turn this on. If you don't want people to see who you're connected to, you can turn this off. If you turn this off, all someone will see is that you have over 500 connections, or the number of connections you have if it's under 500, but it won't be a hyperlink into your entire book of your connections. So depending on how you think about your connections and whether you want them visible or not, you can make the decision to make your connections visible or not. Those are the most common settings I see people ask about on LinkedIn, and so I wanted to unpack those with you today. I hope that you found this video helpful. Leave me a comment if you have another question, and I will do my best to answer as many as I can.